A Sign of Affection episode 12 picks up where the previous episode left off. Itsuomi asks Yuki where she'd like to go on a date with him. The fact that she can offer her opinion surprises Yuki. As a consequence, Itsuomi then asks Yuki to choose a venue for their first date. Following that, we watch Yuki and Rin having a conversation. After she asks Rin for advice, Rin suggests a culinary festival. However, that doesn't sit well with Yuki, who believes Itsuomi won't appreciate it because he's always away. Rin then assures her that Itsuomi will thoroughly enjoy witnessing her happiness. Where do Itsumi and Yuki go on their first date? The next scene features Itsuomi and Yuki on a train. This brings up a memory of their first meeting, which Yuki shares with Itsuomi. Then she remembers how they crossed paths by chance the first time and how they're both headed in the same direction now. Following that, Yuki whisks Itsuomi away to a picturesque park adorned with an abundance of flowering trees. After that, Yuki opens up to Itsuomi about her love of taking photographs of food and flowers. Following this, they are seen enjoying quality time together. Following this, Yuki questions Itsuomi about his frequent travels. Itsuomi writes her a lengthy message and sends it to her, telling her to read it when she gets home. After spending 4 hours together, Yuki and Itsuomi travel back home. Does Emma say yes to Shin? We get a glimpse of Shin and his relationship status with Emma. We find out that although Shin confessed his feelings to Emma, she has yet to respond. Emma is speaking with her co-workers about Shin's proposal while they work at a cafe. On the other hand, Shin's boss asks him why Emma hasn't been showing up there lately. To this, Shin has no response. Following this, the employer tells him that he hopes Emma will visit soon and Shin agrees. Why does Itsumi travel abroad? Yuki reads Itsuomi's note after she has cleaned up. Yuki reads Itsuomi recount his childhood memory of the first time he felt a boy understood him. As a consequence, he started to learn how to communicate better so that he could be understood more often. Following that, he talks about how he has always loved planes and how much he enjoys traveling. His lifelong goal has been to see the world and teach children about its many cultures and traditions. Do the characters have their happily ever after? Following that, Itsuomi sends a message to Yuki in which he expresses his desire to meet with her, even if only for a short while. He expresses his desire to learn more about her and figure out how he can be of help to her. After that, he tells her how much he loves her. In the final credits of the show, we learn that Kyoya proposed to Rin and that they are together now. Emma, meanwhile, feels the same way about Shin and the two eventually become a couple. On the other hand, Yuki saves while working at her job and, in the end, gets her own passport. She and Itsuomi meet, and soon they are making plans to travel overseas for the first time. We also find out that Oshir is making an effort to be more forthcoming. In the library, he meets a girl who is interested in him. However, whether he ends up dating her is left unclear. The episode review. In the season finale, Yuki and Itsuomi go on their first date to a park. Kyoya and Rin get together. Emma and Shin find love in each other. Oshir meets a girl in the library who seems to be interested in him. Itsuomi and Yuki plan their first trip abroad. Except for Oshir, we get to see where all of our characters end up in this episode, and it does a great job of tying everything together. The show stays true to its strengths, the characters, and their journeys. In addition, the show's sound effects, gestures, and high-quality animation all work together flawlessly. Unlike most of our characters, we don't learn much about Oshir's romantic prospects. It would have been fantastic if the show had given Oshir more screen time because his character was incredibly fascinating. All of the other characters, from the major ones to the minor ones, were well developed and portrayed in the show, and it was easy to relate to and empathize with them.